Time for the Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. Charlotte Christian and Independence battle. A couple of teams looking to bounce back from losses last week, but both very capable teams. I'm Darren Vaught. We're glad you're with us here on the Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. I'm joined by Armand Brody. AB, big opportunity for both of these teams to get back in the win column.
And to get back in the win column, it's going to be key to dominate at the line of scrimmage. We're going to watch the battles up front. Whoever wins that matchup is going to win the game tonight.
Tonight's Bahakel Sports Game of the Week on WCCB TV is brought to you by Queen City Home Store, your whole home destination. By North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services 988 Suicide and Crisis Hotline for help. Just text or dial 988. By Bodyworks Plus Collision Repair Center, keeping families safe since 1998. And by Fred Caldwell Chevrolet, home of the Silverado guys. Visit FredCaldwellChevy.com. The Knights of Charlotte Christian at the Patriots of Independence coming your way. Kickoff when we return on the Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. Charlotte. Just about ready for kickoff here at the Bahakel Sports Game of the Week on WCCB TV. Charlotte Christian and Independence. For Charlotte Christian, it was a close loss to Charlotte Catholic a week ago. Independence on the wrong end of a blowout at the hands of the Huff Huskies. Both looking for their bounce back in this game. For Independence, Armand, it came after a Week 1 victory over Gaffney, South Carolina. A very impressive win. And we talked to DJ McFadden, their head coach, down on the field pregame. He said maybe the guys were feeling themselves a little bit too much after that one. He doesn't often like to lose, but he thinks that the guys grew from it.
Yes, sometimes you need that humbling moment. Independence got it last week, and as a result, they're coming out angry here tonight.
And they're all golds with the block I on the helmet. An institution in Charlotte area high school football. There you see the Knights of Charlotte Catholic. This is a team that year in, year out is right there with Providence Day, jockeying for an NCISAA state championship. They feel good about this team and hope to do the same again here.
And they should. Undersized team, but they always are. Chris James and his crew, they're used to that. Can they come out here tonight and get a nice early start? I think they need that after all the injuries they suffered last week in that loss.
a little bit banged up. That was part of the reasoning for the close loss to Charlotte Catholic. They'll kick it away to Independence to get things started. So Charlotte Christian will begin on the defensive side of the football, barring anything wacky on this opening kick. I know Independence fans love that I even mentioned that. Nick Reddish is the deep man to receive the kickoff for Independence, along with Christian Lyles. Elijah Boyth is the second-year kicker for the Knights, a transformed soccer player, as this kickoff is powered by Queen City Home Store, where you're always home. He boots it away, and it's Lyles' to return. Quick cut on the inside. He's wrapped up and brought down near the 30-yard line. That's where things will begin for the Patriots.
Bit of a short kick there. Lyles takes it to about the 30-yard line. Good field position for Independence. Working through who they're going to become offensively. It'll be key. They can establish the run here tonight. They really need to get off to a good start after the way they struggled last week against Huff.
Well, they're led by a new starting quarterback in Jared Street Jr., formerly of West Cabarrus, new to this Independence program, number 3 there in gold. And he is joined in the backfield by Travis Hill, the senior running back. Noted injury, Jaden Jones, the typical starter in the backfield, a senior, has been a spectacular 2,000-yard rusher for the Patriots, out of this game. He's got a hamstring issue, and Coach McFadden and company want to get him right for conference play. Street out of the shotgun on 1st and 10. It's a give to Hill, who busts to the outside, spins off of a tackler, and makes his way out of bounds near the first down marker. Not to fret, Patriots fans. Travis Hill was an all-conference runner for the Patriots last season himself.
This running game is in good hands, and DJ McFadden even told us that. We're not worried about not having Jaden Jones. Got a lot of confidence in Travis.
9 yards on the carry, so it's 2nd and 1. Very spread out here for the Patriots as it's slung down to Prince Young, who jolts past the 40-yard line, down at the 45, gain of 6 and a first down.
I like how this offensive line looks in these opening plays here. Just a quick toss to the outside. Picks up that first down with good blocking on the perimeter.
It's another Bodyworks plus first down, the first of the game for either side. Street, play fake, shoots it over the middle, and it's squeezed by Joel Wooten, another senior wideout for this team, who gets 11 on the catch, and it moves the sticks again.
Kind of protection this offensive line is giving Jared Street is allowing him to get into a really nice rhythm here early in this football game.
On paper, it's a pretty experienced, pretty old, I should say, Independence team. Now it's a give. Hill weaves through a couple of holes up the middle and gains 10 on the carry. Another first down for the Patriots.
Such a good start here for Independence. One of the big differences between Jaden Jones and Travis Hill, Hill is more of a downhill, appropriately, a downhill runner. He will find the hole and go straight north-south, whereas with Jaden Jones, he wants to do a little bit more east-west.
Independence spreading the wealth successfully on offense so far. Hill again gets low to the ground and plunges forward. Medium gain on first.
Hill's got a little wiggle to him, though. Don't let the north-south stuff fool you. He will find a hole and cut like he did just a moment ago.
That time it was a three-dimensional north-south, right? North-south, you're talking straight forward. That was up-down.
Like a diamond.
Yeah. Gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. Street gives. Hill follows a good lead block and gets about 8 on the carry and moves the chains yet again for Independence.
Christian bringing some pressure from the edge, and Independence is still able to get up the middle with good blocking to create nice space for that first down.
Patriots making this look pretty easy thus far.
Real nice way to regain your confidence after that blowout loss last week.
From the 23-yard line, Street steps up in the pocket, jukes a man, takes off himself, and is tripped up after a gain of a couple on the play.
This is what he can do, though. They trust him with his arms and his legs. Did a good job of making a number 52, Tyler Walker, miss there to keep that play alive.
3 yards on the scramble. It's 2nd and 7 now from the 20-yard line. Independence in the red zone. Hill on the carry. Gets to the second level of the defense and is bullied down to the ground. Tackle made by team captain Henry Holbert. Independence again in the red zone. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Hotline in the red zone.
They're in the red zone because their offensive line is just plastering Charlotte Christian up front. Neither one of these teams is especially big, but right now Independence is taking advantage of the lack of size from Charlotte Christian up front.
First third down for either team. 3rd and 3 to gain for the Patriots. It's a fake handoff, an option, and a flip to Ricky Myers Jr., who saunters his way toward the goal line, and he is into the end zone. Nope, it's a 1st and goal. The spot is near the goal line.
Watch the flip. Oh, gosh, Charlotte Christian just biting on the inside, and he got mighty close to that goal line there as he was slammed down.
At the 1.5 yard line, Hill sandwiched and unable to get across the plane.
They brought Jacob Simmons there, number 20, the linebacker, to get into the backfield, just prevent that touchdown from happening.
Street on 2nd and goal gives Hill into the end zone for the Patriots touchdown.
And this is how you regain confidence as an offense. What a great job by this offensive line the entire drive, from creating holes and lanes for Hill to giving Street time to throw the football. A-plus drive by Independence.
That looked like a confident team all the way up and down the field. Thomas Flores on the extra point attempt, and it is yanked to the left side, no good. So a 6-0 start for Independence here on their home field.
You want to talk about confidence building, though? Because you know Independence is a better team than that.
Patriots on the board first. They lead the Knights of Charlotte Christian 6-0 on the Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. This kickoff brought to you by Queen City Home Store, where you're always home. Independence giving way to Charlotte Christian after getting on the board a long, decisive opening drive for the hosting Patriots. Tate Estep in the area, watches it bounce out of bounds for Charlotte Christian, the return man. So the illegal procedure flag comes out. He was joined back there by Henry Holbert. That's a couple of armed forces guys in their next steps in life. Holbert on his way to Army, Estep on his way to Air Force. And now we see Jamal Rule in the backfield for the Knights. Fastest player on the team, according to head coach Chris James. Top foot speed of around 21 miles per hour. The speed check presented by Fred Caldwell Chevrolet, home of the Silverado guys. Visit FredCaldwellChevy.com. Elliott Newcomb is the quarterback, fakes a toss, and takes it up the middle himself. Positive yardage on the play, 5 to be exact.
So much of this offense revolves around Jamal Rule, but Elliott Newcomb can scramble, and he can get free. He's got some wiggle to him, too. Nice job that time picking up a nice gain on that first down.
That's the first snap of the season officially for Elliott Newcomb. Battled some injury, illness throughout the summer that got him just a little behind the track. He was cleared to play last week, but he hadn't taken live snaps, so they didn't feel good about it. Got him a week of practice in, extra week of practice this week, and now he's good to go as their starting QB. Here's a handoff to Jamal Rule, the Nebraska Cornhuskers commit, and it's an easy first down. Another Bodyworks plus first down.
Key to the successful run game here. Can you get that back to the second level? Look at the hat on a hat to create that huge lane up the middle of the field for Rule to dominate and pick up that first down.
A heavily sought after recruit up until his hard commitment, as he describes it, to the Cornhuskers. He receives the short toss. A quick step inside along the hash gets him down to the 40-yard line. Another gain of 5.
You asked Charlotte Christian head coach Chris James, how many times are we going to see Jamal touch the ball tonight? And you threw out the number 30 or so. I think we may see that here tonight. He's so good, so physical.
So important for this offense as it's now 2nd and 5. Newcomb back to pass, throws it over the middle and finds Vincent Rosen for a short gain. Might have gotten 2, but definitely 1 yard on the catch. Rosen, the senior wideout, 6'1", 190 pounds.
He's taking something underneath. Independence brings pressure. Just a good job that time by the quarterback of getting that one away for a short gain to Rosen. Independence was coming.
Open field tackle by Eli Sellers of Independence, and now it's 3rd and 3. They fake the give to Rule over the middle. Rosen squeezes, and that gets the first down and then some, nearing the 20-yard line.
Love the timing here. Rosen on the outside at the bottom of your screen runs a nice slant. They give him a nice cushion and good recognition. That's great timing between quarterback and receiver for that first down, but there is a flag.
As it is right now, it's a 17-yard pitch and catch. And it's a personal foul on the defense, so this will send it even deeper into Independence territory.
We know penalties and turnovers are always a factor, especially early in the season.
So Charlotte Christian is now in the 988 Suicide and Crisis Hotline red zone. As a result,
so go back to Jamal Rule. He's going to touch it a lot tonight, folks. You're going to hear his name quite a bit.
1st and 10 at the 11 for the Knights, who so far so good en route to a big answer for the visitors. Fake toss. Newcomb, corner of the end zone, and he overshot his intended man, Ryder Kilgannon.
And this could have been 6. Kilgannon comes into the slot from the motion. And if the quarterback Newcomb puts this one on the money, that's a touchdown. He is wide open with all kinds of space. And he was overshot by Newcomb.
Now 2nd and 10. Newcomb out of the gun, goes over the middle. His receiver fell down. It was nearly picked off in the direction of Nick Reddish, the Notre Dame commit.
You watch here, and the receiver just slips. I think that's Vincent Rosen. He cuts as he's coming across the middle, and he just falls down at the goal line. Christian so fortunate that that one is not picked off.
And now it's 3rd and 10. So you promised Jamal Rule touches when it was 1st and 10. Couple of incomplete passes.
Christian does also like to use Rule out of the backfield as a pass catcher, so watch out for that here as well.
Third and 10 for the Knights. Newcomb rolls to his right, rockets it back in the end zone, just a bit too much, and it's incomplete. 4th down. He was looking for Reese Struble, the sophomore, that time.
Independence wants to test this undersized offensive line. They get pressure up the middle and force Newcomb to scramble, and once again, just a little bit too tall. Once again, another opportunity for Christian there, and Newcomb just could not connect with his receiver in the end zone.
So now it will be a field goal attempt. Elijah Boyth, the junior, in his 2nd season as the kicker for this Knights team, to attempt from 28 yards. And they get a flag. Looks like the initial call might be that it's on Charlotte Christian. No firm indication yet.
Those last couple of plays, though, no Jamal Rule. Did not touch the football there.
And it is instead against the defense.
Did he signal blow to the head?
Yeah, that.
It's a 1st down, is it not?
Well, field goal unit for Charlotte Christian's coming off the field, and DJ McFadden there, the head coach for Independence, requires an explanation.
The referee signaled a blow to the head when he made the announcement.
Okay, it does look like it's just a 5-yard penalty, still 4th down, but that's good enough for Chris James on the opposite sideline to say, all right, we're going to go for it here.
And I love the decision.
So Newcomb is back, 4th down and 5 from the 6-yard line. Tight formation on that left side. Newcomb, some hard snap counts, and maybe that was the idea with it within 5 yards of the first. So a timeout called.
It's worth a shot, though.
It's the first timeout for the Knights. Who knows? Maybe they'll bring the offense back out after that.
It would certainly make sense. I mean, they need a way to generate some positivity, and getting into the end zone here with the way they struggled offensively last week, I think would do that.
5 total touchdowns for this Charlotte Christian offense. 3 of them have been Jamal Rule runs.
And it comes as no surprise. He is one of those guys, and Chris James even told us this, we just got to get him the ball any way we possibly can. out of the backfield as a receiver, running north-south, east-west. We've got to get him the ball and allow him to do what he does best, wreak havoc on the defense.
So 3 minutes of game time have passed during this Charlotte Christian drive, and they are going to go for it on fourth. It'll be Newcomb in an empty backfield. Rule is the widest out to the right side, bottom right of your screen. Now the man in motion. Rule in the backfield. Newcomb has to move off of his spot, goes to the end zone, and it's knocked away from Jamal Rule. The Patriots sniffed it out. Eli Sellers was there to deflect it away.
Big stop by Independence. They play a zone coverage here, and it confuses Newcomb. Running back comes out of the backfield, and Newcomb is also chased, which hurries him a bit, and he's lucky that thing is not picked off as he tried to get it to roll in the end zone.
So a turnover on downs, and it goes back to Independence at their own 6-yard line. With that statement touchdown on their opening drive and then a stop deep in their own territory. And a fine start for the Patriots. Jared Street and the offense back out. Travis Hill gets the first carry. Past the 10. And a gain of about 7 on the play.
One of the things that's impressive about Travis Hill, he's got quick feet. He's always dancing around back there, and he keeps those feet churning and moving. He's low, compact. So, yeah, if you hit him, you better bring it.
They make that exact sound, too, his feet. Street keeps it himself. Past the 20, lowers his shoulder and gets across the 25-yard line. A first down for Indy.
Lowers his shoulders, right. I just want you to pay attention to the physicality here that he brings. They get the commitment from the inside and allow Street to get to the outside, and he just fights his way for another yard or two.
And another Bodyworks plus first down for the Patriots. Up to the 28-yard line. Street drops back to throw, pursued, and he's wrapped up and slung down to the ground by Ryder Kilgannon for the sack.
Ryder Kilgannon, one of these outstanding defenders for Charlotte Christian. They just sort of gang up on him there. Playing a zone coverage on the back end was Christian, and the quarterback had a tough time reading it on the back end.
That legendary tackle brought to you by Queen City Home Store, taking on the toughest stains at home with the toughest washers in the game. And whistles with a penalty flag on 2nd and long. Encroachment on the defense, so this will get it back on schedule for Independence.
Looking to get back into that rhythm they had on that opening drive there with a nice mix, nice blend of run and pass.
2nd down and 8. Trips receivers top of your screen. Street looking that way, slings it underneath, and it's caught right to midfield. Zakai Milton, I believe, on the catch there.
They run a zone coverage here, and this is a great pass. Watch him just zip that ball past the defender there at the 40. Milton brings it in to pick up that first down near midfield.
A sophomore for the Patriots, now 1st and 10. They give to Travis Hill again.
I love what DJ McFadden said about Hill. He said he's the kind of running back who knows he can get 3, then maybe the big 15-yarder. It's not always about the home run. Sometimes you got to hit some singles and doubles along the way.
Gain of 2 or 3 on first down there. Makes it 2nd and 7. Street, big step forward, airs it out, wide open, it's caught by Joel Wooten, he's into the end zone, touchdown, Independence, 48 yards on the connection.
when you have a good running game and opens things up for the passing game. Christian is trying to play coverage, but they've got eyes in the backfield because they're aware of Street's ability to take off as a runner as well, and they leave the receiver Wooten wide open down the sideline. Touchdown, Indy.
They'll set up for another extra point try. And a determination on the play being assessed against Independence. It's an unsportsmanlike conduct after the play. So that will be enforced on the kickoff. The score stands, and it is 12-0 Patriots.
We know that's been a point of emphasis in the pro game. Those unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. Getting a bit of it tonight here, too.
We've for sure seen our share of them here in just week 3 of the high school season as well. Flores looked better on that extra point, as it is true, to make it 13-0. Patriots advantage with under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Offense looking electric. Once again, they've got heads, eyes in the backfield. Nobody accounts for Wooten on the back end, and he just slips through the back door behind that Christian defense. Blown coverage that time, leading to a wide open touchdown.
Two possessions for the Patriots, 2 touchdowns. So far, so good on a bounce-back bid after losing to Huff. And they will again kick it away. This kickoff is powered by Queen City Home Store, where you're always home.
I think that blowout from last week is a distant memory for Independence.
Trying to put it in the rear view. Full speed ahead to the remainder of their schedule, which, once conference play starts, is especially difficult with the reclassification. They are in a loaded conference. DJ McFadden says he told the guys earlier in the preseason, hey, our playoffs basically start immediately, and a swarming tackle on kickoff coverage brings down Tate Eastep.
Watch this big hit. Short kick from the 26. This is a collision. Boom! Right up around the arms. Just took him down and did it with force. One more thing this Independence team needs to get fired up.
The junior Matt Bennett making the tackle. Just a 9-yard return for Eastep. Elliott Newcomb and the Knights offense back out. Jamal Rule to his right. Struble, the man in motion, over to the left side. Jamal Rule receives the handoff. Off tackle left, picks up a couple of yards.
That's all you need when you're Jamal Rule. Can that offensive line give him enough time to cut back? Find a lane, because once he gets to the second level of the defense, it's over.
Again, Rule. Sharp cut up the middle, hurdles a man, boulders over a couple of more, and he's cut loose. Jamal Rule all the way to the house.
Well, I said all he needed is a lane, right?
How about a 65-yard long one?
How about it? He finds one hole off the left side, and the rest of this is physicality. 1, 2, 3, 4 tackles broken. And after that, it's a foot race, and Jamal Rule's going to win those each and every time. What a run.
Gets it back within a score for the Knights. Extra point by Boyth is through. So it's a 6-point game. A quick answer by the Knights. Make that now 4 rushing scores for Jamal Rule. And I mentioned 65 yards there, well on his way to get to that yards per game average. Or just in the first quarter, partner, he's got a pretty good chance of surpassing that.
I didn't see the first 3 live, but I saw that one. That was impressive. He made 4 Patriots miss on that run.
It's the way in which he does it, too, right? I mentioned the first missed tackler. He kind of stepped all the way over top of the guy, and then he just bodied a couple more.
It was like a triumvirate of them. All at one time, he dragged in and kept running.
So Charlotte Christian to kick it away. Another kickoff powered by Queen City Home Store, where you're always home. That was impressive. The Nebraska Cornhusker commit, with 1 snap, gets Charlotte Christian back in this game. So Boyth sets it up to kick it away. Everything's been returnable so far. No touchbacks for either team so far this season. And that one is touched short. And it's picked up by Christian Lyles. Here he goes. And jolts his way past the 30-yard line.
Tried to will that sucker out of bounds. Wouldn't cooperate. Back to the touchdown here. Watch him find that one hole, gets a great initial block, and he's just dragging guys. That's 3 players at one time who cannot bring Jamal Rule down. That's the kind of play, when you watch it back in film, it makes you want to hit a wall. What an incredible run. Outstanding effort, physicality displayed by Jamal Rule that time.
On his way to play for Matt Rule, no relation. Remember, Matt's got the H in it. At Nebraska. How you connect
those dots, my friend.
First play from scrimmage on the potential answer for Indy. Travis Hill topples over a man to gain maybe a yard on the play.
Good job on the backside there by Cohen Kilgannon, the linebacker who came great pursuit. These Kilgannon twins, especially Cohen, they're tackle machines. All they do is churn out tackles. They know how to swarm to the football.
4 wide for Independence on 2nd and 9. Looks like Street's going to change some things up at the line of scrimmage. Looking to go deep, airs it up into the air. Ricky Myers Jr. can't catch up to it. A little bit of a tussle there with the defender, MJ Barrow.
Yeah, there was some contact. Christian brings a blitz straight up the middle, which means there's man coverage on the backside. Look at that. That's a hole. There's clear contact right there at midfield. Did not get called.
Patriots fans making it known that they saw that and are aware that there was no call. So now it's going to be 3rd and 9 for Indy. They're 1 for 1 on thirds so far in the game. They converted from 3 yards on their first series. Street rolls, escapes, and steps out of bounds. Nowhere to go. And no gain, makes it 4th down.
That's a great defensive effort that time by Christian. They bring a blitz, but they also kept a spy to watch Street just in case he wanted to get loose.
When we spoke with DJ McFadden of Independence, he talked about his new quarterback, Street, glowed about his dual threat capabilities, right? So that's very much part of his game, very much something that even this early in the season, Christian has seen on tape and accounted for. Street also punts it away and gets a good roll. And it'll be down at the 24-yard line. That's how we conclude the first quarter of action. A tight one, a good one. 13-7. Independence leads Charlotte Christian on the Bahakel Sports Game of the Week.
free moment.
Charlotte Christian with the football as we begin the second quarter on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. One-score game, well contested to this point. Elliott Newcomb, the quarterback, hands off. Here's Jamal Rule again, and he's off to the races. Give it to him and watch him go. 76 yards this time to follow up his 65-yard touchdown run the last time he touched it.
Independence comes with extra defenders crashing, and they miss some of their assignments. And that creates the hole up the middle. You cannot miss your gaps against Jamal Rule. Because if he has an alley, if he has open space, he's going to win the matchup.
One play and pay dirt for the Knights. Boyth with the extra point. It is good. And now Charlotte Christian is on top by one, 14-3.
My math isn't great, but I think that's 141 yards on 2 rushing touchdowns here.
In a minute and 19 seconds. That was the time elapsed between rushing scores.
And I would imagine Rule is telling his offensive line, look, just give me a little bit. All I need is a little bit, because I'll break a tackle. And once I break a tackle and get into the secondary, nobody's going to track me down.
Well, that's just it. If that first contact comes 7 yards up the field, chances are that's not going to be what brings him down.
Yeah.
And at some point, you get behind everybody, and there's nobody left.
Yep.
This night's kickoff is powered by Queen City Home Store, where you're always home. Two quick Charlotte Christian scores, and this game is turned on its head in less than a minute and a half of game time. Holy cow. Slight breeze untees the ball. Boyth now ready to boot it away. And again, it's short for an up man, caught and tackled shy of the 40-yard line. So again, good starting field position for the Patriots.
I can't help but wonder what Independence's offense would look like with Jaden Jones out here on the field tonight.
Yeah,
Watching
again,
the way
their
Rule has
star
been
running back
dominating.
injured, out with a hamstring issue that Coach McFadden told us he played through the first couple weeks of the season. He had 5 touches against Huff last week, and then they got down 3 scores, and he said, you know what, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Hamstrings are tenuous injuries. We're going to try to save him for conference play. Travis Hill is notable in his own right and gets 5 or 6 on the opening carry of the series.
It does make the decision a lot easier when you have a guy like Travis Hill, and I will say that, though.
They like Christian Lyles as the second to Hill in this backfield as well. Lyles we've seen on kick return. It's Hills again, and he topples over the first down marker and across midfield to move the sticks.
And getting a lot of success off that left side of the offensive line. They get good push, don't allow penetration from Charlotte Christian, and creating some space that way for Travis Hill.
It's another Bodyworks plus first down for the Patriots. Now into Knights territory. Option, Street keeps it himself, a hard step forward, and he advances 9 yards on the carry, bringing up 2nd and 1.
Now would imagine DJ McFadden has probably told Street at some point, when you run, if you're going to run the ball, run it with confidence. Don't be afraid of contact. Take it right in there and run with some physicality. He's done that so far in this half when he has run.
Second down. Hill. Nowhere to go, although he did get a yard and get right to the stick. And it is a first down. Another Body Works plus first down, and Independence is rolling. Jared Street, firm throw to the outside, and it's overthrown, incomplete. Looking for Joel Wooten, who caught the touchdown earlier.
Yeah, Wooten does have the touchdown, and it's a little bit of a misconnect here. Ball was a bit wide of the mark. Had time on that quick release. The coverage was right there to push him out of bounds, too, from Christian.
Now 2nd and 10 as the clock stops with the incompletion. Indy's been very methodical in their scoring drives so far in this game. Street to throw, pursued, gets rid of it, and it drops incomplete in the backfield. He wanted Lyles, who replaced Hill for that one snap. Now it's going to be 3rd and 10.
And I do believe that was Ryder Kilgannon who got in there, number 8 for Christian. He and his twin brother Cohen, they just cause all kinds of terror for offenses. 2 aggressive defenders, linebackers, they run all over the place, can cover from sideline to sideline.
3rd down, Street steps up, dodges men in the pocket, throws on the run. It's caught inside the 5. The tackle was right at the goal line, and it's a touchdown, Independence.
If you're a Christian fan, you're thinking to yourself, we got him. They get the pressure. They get home, and Street just steps up so beautifully. Keeps his eyes downfield, and even an adjustment made on the backside there by Ricky Myers. Just a wonderful play on the back end there by Myers. But Street keeps that thing alive by stepping up and being able to avoid the rush.
The extra point is good. And now it's Indy by 6, 20-14.
So it's a shootout here, Darren Vaught.
That is one way to put it. Jared Street with his 2nd touchdown pass.
If you're an Independence fan, you've got to be impressed with the rhythm we've seen from them offensively. They've really been able, you talked about methodical drives earlier, just a second or so ago. They've really had a nice rhythm on their drives here in this first half, and they've really been promising for them overall.
Another kickoff powered by Queen City Home Store, where you're always home. So Flores will kick it away. I think part of the high-scoring nature of this game so far, Armand, is short fields for both teams, whether it be because of a great return or a kicking game that's not going to boot it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback every time. This is returnable for Tate Estep. Heads to the far side and is wrangled at about the 25-yard line. That's where Charlotte Christian will start. All right, so the past 2 plays from scrimmage for the Knights have been long touchdown runs by Jamal Rule. Does the Jamal Rule show continue on this series?
It should, with no interruptions.
Although I bet the ad space goes for a fortune at this point, right?
Growing by the moment.
It's like buying a Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah. And he makes our job easy, too, because all we have to do when they get the ball is sing his praises. Such an outstanding player.
You see here, he's split out wide on the inside of the formation to the right of your screen. Holbert in motion. Newcomb to throw on first down. And it is incomplete.
Chris James did make a point of emphasizing to us that Rule is not all there is to this offense. They want to get guys like this involved. They want to get Struble involved in the offense and really spread the wealth a bit and not put everything on Jamal Rule's shoulders.
I think that was indicated when they had the 1st and 10 and questioned it fairly, right? But they went 3 plays before they looked Rule's way with 1st and 10 at the 11. Now they'll give it to Jamal Rule. And he probably should have been down in the backfield, gets a few out of the play.
You know what Rule is? He's an onomatopoeia runner. You just start bringing out the booms and the whams and the bams and the bops. That's the kind of runner Jamal Rule is.
3rd and 7. Newcomb to throw. Hit as he gets rid of it, airs it out deep, and it's picked off by Nick Reddish. The Notre Dame commit was paid a visit by his future head coach Marcus Freeman pregame, and he comes up with a big takeaway for the Patriots.
And how does it start? With the pressure. Newcomb is hurried. They rush 4, and they still get there. And as a result, that pass is underthrown. And with the great ball skills of Reddish, when he gets to it, you know he's going to collect.
You know the senior loves that. He's not often thrown to.
No.
Now that he has that commitment under his belt. He's been a staple of this Patriots defense since the day he got in the door for DJ McFadden's program, and it sets up Independence well here on the plus 35-yard line with 1st and 10. Street, lots of time to throw, slings it to Wooten, who breaks outside, breaks a tackle, and is pushed out of bounds, not quite to the 15.
I'm thinking about the conversation we had with DJ McFadden, and he talked about, we got a tackle here tonight. To the outside, pass is complete. We just make a man miss on the outside here. Always important to get good tackles.
The spot right at the 20, so Indy is in the 988 Suicide and Crisis Hotline red zone. They give it to Hill, tries to get to the outside, and is battered down to the ground with not much to show for it.
So much of what happens at the high school level especially comes down to blocking and tackling. The fundamentals always show up. You start looking at missed tackles here and there, and they become big, big factors down the line of a game.
Street switching some things up. 2nd and 10 from the 20. Airs it, corner, Wooten's way. Batted down, incomplete. Safety came over, and he was in double coverage by the time the ball got there.
Yeah, they brought Henry Holbert over, the Army Golden Knight, there for the extra help there from the safety spot. They bring pressure, and Christian has turned the aggressiveness up in terms of bringing extra defenders to try and hurry the quarterback here. And on that one, they almost got an interception, broke it up.
Third and 10 for the Patriots. Street to throw over the middle. Got his man. Complete, but the ball pops loose following the reception. And it's a touchback. The Knights retake possession.
Watch the collision at the end here. This is a great job in pass protection by the running back, and just this big hit, bam, brought in actually from 2 defenders. That's what popped that ball free, and Christian comes up with the recovery. Luke Zemke ended up with it. Sorry, Darren.
That is a tough break for Independence. who leads it by 6, 20-14, 7:17 remaining in the first half. Fumble forced and recovered by Charlotte Christian prior to the break in the end zone, so a touchback puts them at the 20-yard line for 1st and 10. Elliott Newcomb hands it off to Jamal Rule. He snapped a couple of long touchdown runs already in this one and plunges forward for 3 yards.
You know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about how DJ McFadden was talking about Jamal Rule. All he could say was, man, that guy's good. You remember when we talked with him? So, man, that dude's good, man. And he was right.
He kept bringing it up, too,
yeah,
right? Like we'd move on to another subject as we're, again, just kind of getting a feel for these teams. That's how these calls go. And he's like, yeah, well, we're going to try to do this defensively, but, man, Rule's good.
Yeah, that guy's good.
Rule's good. Credit where it's due. But Independence leads by 6 here in the second quarter. 2nd and 6 for the Knights. Newcomb to Rule underneath, and he skirts by the first down marker.
It's a good job here by the quarterback, Newcomb. It's a zone coverage. Take what the defense gives you. They play back and they play zone, so swing that thing down to Rule and allow him to pick up a nice game.
Body works plus first down for the Knights. First and 10 from the 31. Newcomb quickly slings it to the outside. E-step, tried to step inside of his man, but is brought down by his ankles on a gain of 5.
Something we have seen from Newcomb here at times tonight, good quick decision maker. Gets that ball out quickly, doesn't waste a lot of time, not wasted motion. Knows how to find his targets and move with briskness.
Spot favored E-step a bit there, so gain of 6, make it 2nd and 4. The fake to Rule. Newcomb tries to go over the middle, and it's knocked away, incomplete. He was looking for Vincent Rosen. And there's Dallas Brannon in on the play. We haven't mentioned him a lot early in this one, but the Virginia commit is huge, a huge part of this NDD.
Yeah, D1 talent across the board here. Just a bit of an overthrow right there. Brannon came in immediately to apply the hit.
Third and 4 for the Knights. It's rules game. And he tumbles forward to get the first down conversion. Now 2 for 4 the Knights on third down tonight.
Really good discipline. I'm impressed by this offensive line. Undersized, it's clear to see, but they create lanes.
To the tune of another Body Works plus first down. And the Knights, with the clock ticking, 5 to play in the first half, will go to the air. Newcomb sends it. 14 on the play. And it's caught by Rosen for another first.
That time he had John Snipes, the defensive back, playing a little bit too deep, and it left him with some room there. Wide open space for Rosen to pick up that first down.
Now into Patriots territory. Charlotte Christian looking for an answer after it was a Nick Reddish interception to get it to Indy. Then the fumble forced and recovered by the Knights. Toss to Jamal Rule. Open space. And he powers after that inside the 35-yard line.
Love the block we see here from number 9, Henry Holbert. Watch him come right, bam! Clear that space there, and Rule can then turn up the field. Man, he is so quick. Quick movements. Woo.
First and 10, ball's at the 31. Struble, the man in motion. Newcomb, fake give, slings it, and Holbert tried the one-armed catch and can't reel it in.
Another case of Newcomb trying to take what the defense gives him. Just couldn't make the connection here with Holbert in the flat. Watch him, he's wide open. Just put it on him. A little bit outside that left hand, and Holbert couldn't bring it in.
Second down. It's a give to Jamal Rule, who sheds a man in the backfield. But that's a great job defensively by Indy, because even after the yards after the touch, he gets 1 on the play, 3rd and 9 coming up.
Yeah, you've got to get to him before he can really get established. Good job on penetration there by Independence. You can't allow Rule to get established, because once he gets forward, he can really hurt you.
Knights are 2 for 4 on third down conversions in this first half. Newcomb, 9 to gain. Over the middle, and it was low for Rosen, broken up for good measure, incomplete.
Rosen's one of the most important targets on the outside here. This is a good-looking play. It looks promising, but the pass is just a little bit too low and a bit underthrown, and Rosen is not able to bring that one in.
Senior Gavin Gibson, the one to jump it and, again, touch it down to the ground just in case. It was a low pass. I don't know that would have been completed, but it brings up fourth down, and Charlotte Christian is going to go for it. They're deep into Patriots territory, or deep enough anyway, at the 31. And now they'll call a timeout, their second of the half. Earlier in this first half, the Knights went for it on a fourth down. They had 5 to go, couldn't get it on a pass attempt to Jamal Rule.
You're leaving some breadcrumbs there?
I offered it with no comment, Armand. I was kind of hoping maybe you would do that for me.
Yeah. I'm here to pick up what you're putting down, my friend. But when you have that kind of a talent, truly, I mean, Swiss Army knife, all of the cliches apply. Get him out in space, and we've seen a few of those players in this area. And I know you and Reggie have over the last 3 or 4 years as well. There are certain players, especially on the offensive side, and you know they're going to be at the D1 level. They're going to take it to the highest levels of college football. But there are certain guys, you just want them to touch the ball, because when they touch it, magical things can happen.
I think it's something, too, though, that we talked about, talking to Chris James about the allotment of touches for Rule. I offered that number when we talked to him earlier in the week, 30, right? Could it be 30? Question mark. He's like, well, really, ideally it's like 20 or 25 because that means we're doing everything else well, right? We don't need to call his number that often. But we've seen it before. They can go there if they desire. 4th and 9. Newcomb steps up through the pocket. A juke inside. And he is down a yard or two shy of the first, so it'll turn it over on downs to Independence.
This is a win for Independence's defense. 4-man rush, and they create the space there for him. That's a great cutback, but still not enough. He had too far to go for that first down.
He was brought down by a legendary tackle, we'll call it, brought to you by Queen City Home Store, taking on the toughest stains at home with the toughest washers in the game. Turns it back over to the Patriots, who lead by 6.
He did put Dallas Brandon on skates there for a second.
Yeah,
he did.
Just not a lot going on that play. It was a great effort. I mean, if that's 3rd down, totally different story. Jared Street on first for Indy. Dumps it over on the screen. Ricky Myers spun out of bounds, or at least to a stoppage in forward motion.
I love seeing wide receivers on the edge get physical with a linebacker or a defensive back. Wooten was out there just now trying to hold up a defender long enough to give his teammate some space down the field. What's that old saying about no block, no rock? You got to make the effort on the outside and get rewarded with it later.
Gain of 4. Now it's 2nd and 6. Street to the air again to the opposite side. It's caught for a first down. Prince Young with his 2nd reception of the night. And it's another Body Works plus first down.
They bring pressure, picked up well. That's good touch on that pass. Had a long way to go as he threw it to the wide side of the field and got it to his target for the first down.
Street again. Steps up, throws on the run, a cannon to Wooten, and it is knocked away incomplete. Caden Lawrence dropped back, the junior, in coverage and broke up the play.
Christian has turned the intensity up. They're bringing blitzes, but it's leaving their secondary players, their defensive backs, a bit vulnerable. And I tell you what, if Street puts that ball a bit more on the money and leads his receiver a little bit more up the field, that could have been a big play for Independence.
Indy with just over 2 to play in the first half, trying to maybe sneak in another score before they give it to Charlotte Christian to begin the second half. Here's another screen. Myers up to about the 40.
It's been an interesting play call here on this 3rd down and medium for Independence. They have some options here.
They need 5 for the first. Independence is 2 for 4 on 3rd down conversions so far tonight. Street has done a lot of communicating with his sideline. Drops back, throws, and it's knocked away, and it drops incomplete. Charlotte Christian thought they had a pop-out pick that Maxton Miller was going to take all the way to the end zone.
You are looking at Cohen Kilgannon. Watch 22 here. Watch him just read this. React. Bam! On the spot with an aggressive hit to knock that ball loose. Has such a nose for the football. He is all over the place. He and his twin brother.
As a duo, entering this game, they averaged 26.5 tackles combined per game.
That's ridiculous.
Both individually in double figures. And it makes it 4th down, so Jared Street punts it away. And it gets an Independence roll inside the 25-yard line. So here we go, Charlotte Christian with just over a minute to go in the half. A narrow window, but a chance to get a score here and then receive the kick to open up the 3rd quarter.
Well, Jamal Rule's got a 65-yard touchdown run. He's got a 76-yard touchdown
He scored those 2 touchdowns in about as much game time
right.
that's left on the clock.
You're exactly right.
We're about 7 seconds shy, but I think you get the point.
He is always a threat. It's been fun, though, Darren. Good rhythm. Both these teams have looked pretty good, especially coming off the losses from last week.
Yeah, I think that was a point of emphasis for both teams, right? As we talked to both coaches, their staffs, and saw the players as they got ready for this one. It's very focused from the moment each team arrived. Newcomb passes to Jamal Rule. He gets to the outside, hurdles a man, and is knocked out near the 40. And that's what, maybe the 7th or 8th best play he's made?
So he can go up the middle on you. He can go run east-west. And then he can do stuff like this. Up and whoop! First down. When you think you have him, you don't.
Clock ticking. And now it'll be a timeout called. I think a timeout anyway. No penalty indications.
Referee wants to change the clock, I think.
Yeah, so I think maybe a little too much time had leaked off of the clock. You saw him mouth 1:01, which is the new time on the clock. So here we go, another 1st and 10 for the Knights. Newcomb slings it to the outside. It's caught out of bounds. Holbert with the reception and a gain of 4.
Holbert's a really good physical receiver. Knows how to find his spots. Doesn't have to be the home run hitter. They don't ask that of him. Just knows how to get to a spot and be a nice target for his quarterback.
And a timeout on the field. I did not see an indication as to who called this. It's an official's timeout, so maybe quickly getting – I didn't see an injured player or anything like that. But oh, here we go. Nick Reddish is being helped off the field to the Independence sideline.
Still walking around, though, which is an encouraging sign.
Well, he immediately goes to DJ McFadden, his head coach, maybe as if to say, hey, I'm going to sit out a play and then re-enter.
He just gave the thumbs-up signal there on the sideline, too.
And now a timeout will be called. It's Independence's first. And you see what's going on there. Maybe I don't know that we want to not have Nick Reddish for a play.
Here he comes. He's back out on the field. He's running back towards the auto.
Hey, you got 3 timeouts.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't use them, you lose them. So you might as well.
And you feel a whole lot more confident and a lot more comfortable with Nick Reddish out there on the field for you.
Jamal Rule's feeling comfortable, number 23 and white there.
He should. With that kind of footwork, he should be able to dance pretty well, right? He was on B.
I'm all for it. Look, like this has been an intense game. It's within a score. But both teams confident and loose at the same time. Second and 7 out of the timeout for Charlotte Christian. Move a man closer to the line. Misdirection, Rule. Threw a man over the middle. And he'll get it to 3rd and 4.
I was looking forward to that matchup. At some point, Rule and Brandon would collide. And Rule tried to truck him.
Quick snap on 3rd down. Throw sails away incomplete. Looking for Rosen. It's tight coverage by John Snipes, number 7 in gold.
Yeah, Independence sits back this time here and plays coverage. And all the quarterback sees is a bunch of gold jerseys, and that pass had to sail because if it hadn't, might have been picked off.
So now 4th down. The punt unit comes out for Christian with 31 seconds on the clock. It's Ricky Myers Jr. back to return. And it's downed by Caden Lawrence.
You're taking a shot here with 23 ticks left? I don't think it's necessary, personally.
You got the lead. You got the lead by 6. I don't know, man. Like DJ McFadden.
DJ's a risk taker, though.
Yeah.
You've seen him. We've talked with him. You've had him more than once. Yeah, he's a gambler.
And he's got a quarterback that's feeling pretty good so far in this game. They'll hand it to Travis Hill instead. He spins ahead for a gain of 1. And it looks like both teams are all right where this game stands. No one's called a timeout, clock ticking. And the first half concludes. We got a good one. Independence 20, Charlotte Christian 14, halfway home on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. Stay with us on WCCB TV.
For business.
It's halftime here at our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. Independence holding a 20-14 lead over Charlotte Christian. It has been a really good game midway through, and now it's time for our senior spotlight, Maverick Ball from North Hills Christian Academy.
My name is Maverick Ball. I am a senior at North Hills Christian. I started playing basketball when I was 7 years old. At first I played soccer, and it was okay. I didn't really like it. So then I switched to football, and I really loved it. Like, I love football with all my heart. But then, like, I tried basketball out. My dad was like, okay, well, we can try it. We tried it here and there. It was really fun.
Follow through. I first met Maverick last year at tryouts. I knew right away that he was a fierce competitor. I liked the way that he demanded the court. I liked the way that he knew that he could score any moment. I also liked the fact of he had a consistent jump shot. So it was just little things like that that I liked about him as a player.
Growing up, I have two brothers named Ezekiel and Malachi. One's blonde and one's brown. I live with my grandma. I've lived with them since I came home from the hospital because my dad had me at 15. That was the best opportunity I could have had, and I fully appreciate it. I had a great relationship with my dad throughout all of my childhood. He was there for every moment, every second.
Jordan, Maverick's biological father, was an amazing ball player. Jordan coached him with football and basketball. And of course, as a mom, I was way more wanting him to play basketball than football. So it just kind of worked out that his passion is for basketball and he excels at it.
My dad, he sadly passed away when I was 13. He passed away going into my freshman year. So it was 5 years ago on July 21st.
We lost Jordan in 2020. It was during COVID. And as a mother, hardest thing I've ever done.
And it was just really difficult, like having a big role model just leaving my life instantly. And it just kind of shocked me to my core. The first year he passed away, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't play sports. I kind of just gave up on everything. It was just a really hard time in my life watching that big role model and how he taught me how to do things and his work ethic and my way with sports and like just the drive to be better at everything and like not give up, just leave my life suddenly. All my anger and sadness kind of just went straight into basketball. It was more than just a game at that point.
To watch him throw his heartache into basketball was pretty beautiful and amazing to watch.
So when Maverick step on the court, you just see the fierce competitor come out of him. But soon as it's time to go in that locker room and get dressed, it's like the switch come on, and it's like, I'm in competitive mode. I'm destroying everything that's in front of me, and I expect my teammates to do the same.
Piece of advice that Coach Knox gave me, him and Coach Kozark, our assistant coach, definitely be consistent. Like consistent with life, consistent with the basketball, just consistent in everything. The NBA is my dream. But right now I just want to take a step at a time. Right now I'm just looking for a college and a great home to go to, praying to God, like just trying to find me the right opportunity and the right staff to bring me in and take me in as one of their own.
When Maverick steps on the court, for me, the sense of pride I feel, and just so proud of him for all of his accomplishments in the midst of where he could have taken the wrong path. It's hard to put in words. Maverick, I just wanted to let you know that I am so beyond proud of you. To watch your dreams and aspirations be come into life, it's been one of the biggest blessings of my life. I'm your biggest fan, always have been and always will be, and I'm so excited for what the Lord has for your future. I love you so much. It's me and you against the world.
My name is Maverick Ball, and this is my Varsity Spotlight.
Tonight's Bahakel Sports Game of the Week on WCCB TV is brought to you by Queen City Home Store, your whole home destination. By North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services 988 Suicide and Crisis Hotline. For help, just text or dial 988. By Bodyworks Plus, Collision Repair Center, keeping families safe since 1998. And by Fred Caldwell Chevrolet, home of the Silverado guys. Visit fredcaldwellchevy.com. A 6-point lead for Independence midway through on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. Just about ready to get started with the second half of play. Independence 20, Charlotte Christian 14 on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. Midway through AB, this has been a great game.
It really has. We've seen such outstanding plays really on both sides. Like this touchdown here, the 48-yarder to Wooten from Street, the quarterback for Independence, and Jamal Rule. I mean, can you tackle him? Can one guy do it? Can two? Can three? Can four? No. It's been that kind of performance. Rule tonight, a 65-yard touchdown run. Also have a 76-yard touchdown run, which we are about to see right here. You give him just a little bit of space, and he breaks one tackle in the hole. And after that, it's a foot race, and Jamal Rule has been winning them tonight. Really impressed with both these teams and what we've seen from their offenses. Here's another good play, a big play for Independence here in this first half as Street does a great job of stepping up and launching this one to Myers, who ends up getting down into the end zone for that touchdown. It's been impressive. It's been fun. We've seen great rhythm from both these teams. And I think the key for the second half is the same as what we've seen in the first half. As you take a look at the interception there from Independence, who's going to control the line of scrimmage? You go back to the run game with Rule. You go back to the run game with Travis Hill. How much more of him will we see in the second half? Another connection here from the quarterback. That's the fumble there. The big play that gave the ball back to Charlotte Christian as Independence was trying to march down into the end zone. Huge play there. But who's going to win that matchup up front? That's going to continue to be the key here in the second half.
We spoke with both coaches prior to this matchup. Call it cliche, call it what you want. They both pointed to the turnover battle. You saw the turnovers. One for Independence, Nick Reddish, the Notre Dame commit, hauling in an interception, and then that fumble recovery in the end zone for Charlotte Christian. So that's evened up 1-1. It feels like with the way these offenses are going, a takeaway can go a long way for one team or the other.
You're absolutely right about that. With the way these two offenses have played, the promise we've seen, all it takes is one big turnover to shift the momentum back, and that could end up being the deciding factor in this game.
So we begin the second half with Charlotte Christian on the offensive. The kickoff by Flores bounces out of bounds, not quite to the 20-yard line. We've seen a lot of this, a lot of short fields for both teams in this game, even with some stellar offensive play that maybe they didn't need fields as short as they got them. Our speed check on the Independence side is cornerback John Snipes, the senior, one of, if not the fastest players on the team, according to his head coach, DJ McFadden. Speed check brought to you by Fred Caldwell Chevrolet, home of the Silverado guys. Visit FredCaldwellChevy.com. Snipes has come up with a couple of big plays in that defensive backfield for the Patriots so far in this one. Elliott Newcomb leads the offense to start the second half, and he goes deep to begin things. Little back shoulder pass, maybe a little bit too far back, almost intercepted, and it drops incomplete. And an injury timeout called. No, this is going to be a penalty on the defense. I saw Eli Sellers, who's been great defensively for Independence, slam the ground.
It's a late hit on the quarterback. See that breakup on the back end, but they did get the personal foul, the late hit on Elliott Newcomb.
And that's big. I mean, that's a bigger one than I initially thought, with Sellers even. He was frustrated that he didn't catch it, not that he committed a penalty. So it's an automatic first down right at midfield. 1st and 10 from the 50. Newcomb, head fake, throws it over the middle. Reese Struble comes away with the catch in traffic, and it extends the drive for Independence.
How did he catch this? Newcomb put some zip on this football, and he throws it in coverage. The man is right there. Struble with the concentration and the hands to bring that one in.
That was Reddish, who already has a pick, trying to jump it. Now on 1st and 10, it goes to Jamal Rule to the outside, and he trots out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
Really good blocking by number 78, Luke Venturini, the senior up front. He just cleaned up there on the inside to create space for Rule to get to the outside to pick up that game.
And Rule didn't even turn a corner there and still gets an easy first down.
Yeah. He makes hard things look very easy.
1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Newcomb slings it over to Vincent Rosen. Works his way inside the 15.
That's a senior tackle there by Gavin Gibson. He says, I am not letting you go. They bring pressure, a quick toss, and Gibson's got to make this play, and he holds on for dear life. Says, I'm not letting you wiggle away.
Gain of 7, it's 2nd and 3. Newcomb hits Rosen again, who can't spin off of a tackle. He's brought down by Ricky Myers Jr. in the open field. and looks to be hurt.
See if we can see what happened here on the replay. This is a big hit as he is sort of twisted. Oh, he lands on that left knee so awkwardly. My goodness.
Already up to his feet. Or forgive me. He's still down. The rest of the team walked to the far sideline. And that was just an awkward landing. So you hope he is okay. Well, Charlotte Christian was met with the injury bug, as their head coach Chris James described it in the loss against Charlotte Catholic last week. This has been a pretty clean game in that regard to this point. So this is just something that you hate to see it disrupt that rhythm you were talking about earlier.
Not only that, but Rosen's a senior and really a star on this offense. 6'1", 190 pounds thereabout. And he's been a constant target for Christian tonight and really over the last couple of years. He's been around this program for a bit. Reliable, dependable, spoken highly of by Chris James in our meeting with him. And to see him go down like that, you just gutted.
One of the 4 team captains that represented these Knights at midfield for the opening coin toss.
DJ McFadden coming out to show his support.
Rosen to his feet. Certainly a welcome sign. Walking with minimal help.
I will say it was a nice gesture to see McFadden out there too. Good sportsmanship.
Charlotte Christian with 3rd down in the 988 Suicide and Crisis Hotline red zone. 3 to gain to get the first. They fake to Jamal Rule. Newcomb to the end zone, wide open. Reese Struble, after the motion, just kind of slipped through everybody.
And it's something Struble's been doing all night. They love to move him around pre-snap. He's just going to find his spot, and Independence loses him. And the reason they lose him is because Reddish's eyes are in the backfield. He knows Newcomb is a threat to run. He's stuck in the backfield, and Struble can slip away for the touchdown.
"15 yards on the pitch and catch as the extra point ekes its way over the crossbar and gives Charlotte Christian the lead again, now 21-20. First passing touchdown of the season for the starting quarterback for the Knights, Elliott Newcomb. And now Independence will look to answer.
Put so much attention on a guy like Jamal Rule. Put attention on Rosen, who ends up going down. Put attention on E-Step. And you get a guy like Struble, who's been moving around all night long. And Reddish lost him. And Struble goes right by Reddish because Reddish was looking into the backfield, had his back to the receiver who leaked out behind him and was wide open for that score.
Elijah Boyth ready for another kickoff. They have gone to up men on these kickoffs a couple of times in the first half. We'll see the approach here, and it will be the same. Caught at the 30, returned to the 36. Great effort by Matt Bennett. Number 16 in gold there.
In the first half, Independence had great rhythm. Did a good job of mixing pass and run. I think it's wise here to try and go back to Travis Hill, really get him established. They have a lot of confidence in him. He's a downhill runner. Let's see if they can reestablish something up front, give Hill some space to start stringing together a few nice runs.
Bennett afforded himself a couple more yards on that return, so it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Jared Street escapes trouble, gets past the first down marker, and slides down inside the 40-yard line on the other side.
Well, we talked about it in the first half. Street is fearless. Good blitz pickup by Independence. And Street is so elusive, so clever.
21 yards on the carry, and now he quickly gets rid of it for a receiver, Zakai Milton, that wasn't sure it was coming his way.
Zakai was ready to block. Had no idea that ball was headed towards him. A little miscommunication. But just to follow up on what we're talking about with Jared Street, you're talking about a guy, man, he's so confident, really confident runner. Not afraid to take off. He'll look downfield, of course, to throw, but he's got confidence in his legs to take off and pick up a nice gain on the ground.
Now 2nd and 10, play fake over the middle. Caught, some room to run, and Prince Young gets the first down, still on his feet. And he's down, not quite to the 20. Another roundabout 20-yard play consecutive times around for Independence.
And Young gets this thing in traffic, then he turns, and then he just forces Christian defenders to try and bring him down, but he just won't go down.
1st and 10, it's at the 21. Travis Hill takes the handoff, battles his way ahead to the 15.
This is the rhythm we were talking about from the first half from Independence.
Another trip to the Suicide and Crisis Hotline red zone for the Patriots.
We've got some tackle breakers in this game here tonight.
That's more of that north and south three-dimensional, right? Up and down, Travis Hill. He ducks, lowers his body's center of gravity even more.
It's like a guessing game, man.
The senior back right next to Street, the QB. It's an option. Pitch to Hill. Spins. And almost gets to the first down marker. So it'll be 3rd and short.
Yeah, Christian read that one well. Watch him play on the perimeter here. Once you force that cutback, good job there. That linebacker coming in to make the hit. Cohen Kilgannon was there.
Independence was 2 for 5 on 3rd down conversions in the first half, and they get their first of the second half. Goal to go for the Patriots.
Travis Hill has these gashing cuts. I mean, they're so deep. And once he makes those cuts, he is truly, I mean, downhill, DJ McFadden knows his running back. He is looking to get up the field, and once he makes one cut, sometimes they're short, sometimes they're a bit deep. When he makes a cut, he is looking to head up the field.
Goal to go from the 9. Hill cuts up the middle, slammed into, and a tackle made. That was Cohen Kilgannon. Brought down the ball carrier after a gain of 1.
What did I tell Chris James? I said, you got a name like Kilgannon, you got to be a linebacker, right? Or bring some physicality.
Yeah.
Cohen and Ryder are from Canada. They got a hockey background.
Yeah,
so,
Dad, a hockey player. Chris James says that's a lot to blame for their toughness, if you will. Street hands it off and then fakes a throw. Hill gets inside the 5. And now it'll be 3rd and goal. A couple of men swapping places. Elijah Alexander into the goal line formation here. Low snap, it gets away. And the Knights pick up the fumble. Another turnover forced by Charlotte Christian deep inside their own territory.
And the snap just never had a chance. Travis Hill tried to get there, but I think that's Ryder Kilgannon who ends up landing on that football. And a red zone turnover so close, knocking on the door. Independence coughs it up and gives it back to Christian.
That's a couple of massive turnovers. But a penalty flag, and it is unsportsmanlike conduct on Independence. So not only does Charlotte Christian get the takeaway, they get a little bit of breathing room as they come out of their own territory a bit.
And we just talked about this coming into the second half too, Darren. You knew that turnovers were going to be a factor here. And for Independence to come so close to a touchdown here, as close as this game is, that's demoralizing.
Newcomb fakes a pitch, goes himself up the gut, and it's a gain of about 7.
Love that play call, too. A little design play. Get Newcomb going. 2 quarterbacks who are dual threat guys. Still proving themselves a bit within their offenses, but they've got what it takes.
Struble in motion. Play fake. Newcomb. Looking for E-step, overthrows it. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and short.
You see the coverage there on the back end. And it's difficult for Newcomb in that situation because you got to figure out where can I best place that ball to keep it out of harm's way. Got another flag down?
And it goes against Charlotte Christian. So still 2nd down here, but backs them up a bit.
Always a good idea to see if you can get Jamal Rule going here.
You were, I mean, with the penalty, tough to call it a gift, but you were gifted the down back. Now they go to Rule. He's immediately surrounded, and it took 3 guys, but he's brought down just past the 25-yard line.
Elijah Jackson is there. He's right there on the spot. And somehow or another, Jamal Rule still finds a way to escape the tackle of Jackson. But a good job by Independence. They read that play really well.
Third and a long 3. They give it to Rule with a bounce outside. He's wrapped up after a gain of only 1. 4th down coming up. Dallas Brannon was right on top of it.
And this is a good defensive play by Independence because you force Rule to have to go east-west. He wants to go north-south here. But watch him. You make him cut to the outside, and then you feed him into the second level of the defense where Brandon and company can make the play.
Here we go. Knight's going to go for it on 4th down. They need 3. Maybe some dummy snaps, just trying to get Independence to jump off sides and give them the free first down as the play clock winds down and a timeout is called. No timeout. Delay of game penalty against Charlotte Christian. So maybe that was the design all along. They want to keep the timeouts. They'll take the 5 yards and now punt it away.
Yeah, the thought of giving the ball to Independence inside the 25-yard line, too much for Chris James. Field position will be key in the final 15 minutes of this game.
Ricky Myers Jr. back to receive Elijah Boyd's punt. It's a long punt, but returnable for Myers. A step back, then several forward. And he's down at the 47-yard line. Patriots with the football, trailing by 1, under 4 to play in the third quarter on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. Third quarter, Independence with a 1st and 10 and trailing by 1. Jared Street out of the pocket, tackled at his ankle just at the line of scrimmage by Ryder Kilgannon, who recovered the fumble just moments earlier.
Yeah, we talked about it. Charlotte Christian has been bringing pressure from those linebackers up the middle. Street recognizing it quickly and taking off there before Kilgannon took him down.
Street able to fall forward for a couple of yards. 2nd down. And he hands it to Travis Hill. Untouched right up the middle. A step inside between the hashes. And he's brought down inside the 30.
The left side of the offensive line has been the money side for Independence here. Christian comes crashing, and he gets the alley created there off that left side and is able to scoot free for that big gain.
20 yards on the carry, a 1st down for Independence. Hill again, shuffles off tackle right, and is brought down after another medium gain this time.
You see number 71, Nori White? He was the big block on that last play. Look at him. Can you get around him? Could you? Because I can't.
I mean, it might take a couple of days. The big number 71 in gold there, yeah. He's an imposing figure.
A space eater and a space maker, too.
2nd down. Here's Christian Lyles. Gets positive yardage, a couple on the carry. And it's a very manageable third down for the Patriots, who are in the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline red zone.
It does give you confidence on a 3rd and short here, because you know you have 2 downs here if you're Independence.
3rd and a couple. Street, designed run out of the shotgun, takes it himself, gets to the corner, and is out of bounds. Goal to go for the Patriots.
Travis Hill, the runner's pretty good. But Travis Hill, the blocker's pretty good also. Watch number 10. Here comes the block. Seal him. Bam, right there. And all the quarterback has to do is run around that block from Travis Hill, hit the corner, and pick up the first down.
At the 5-yard line. Hill moves forward, moves men into the end zone for the touchdown. Independence back on top.
It's starting to look the way we expected. Wanted to highlight these running backs. Just a quick first step and physicality there. 2 Charlotte Christian defenders are in his face. They hit him, and he just bounces off of them for the score.
First score of the second half for the Patriots. And they now lead it by 5, so they're going to go for 2 here and try to make it a 7-point game. Street on the conversion, floats it out of the back of the end zone. And a flag in that area. Defensive pass interference. So Indy's going to get another crack at this.
Couldn't tell if Street was looking for Myers or Young. They were both in the same area there in the end zone. And Prince Young, after the play, sort of held his hands up as if to say, what happened? They get another shot with the Christian penalty.
How about this? A little fullback dive right up the chute. Samaj Robinson, typically a defensive lineman.
Give some love to the D lineman, man. Oh, you only need a yard, right? Can I just get enough of a push? And he's in the end zone standing up.
That makes it a 7-point lead for Independence again, as we near the conclusion of the third quarter. Man, this one has been back and forth.
And when you think about it, the touchdowns say everything we thought, right? We expected this to be a great running back matchup. Hill on one side. Originally, of course, we thought Jaden Jones, but he's out with a hamstring injury. But Hill comes in. He's got a couple of scores. Jamal Rule comes in. He's got a couple of scores. It's what we thought, Darren, and that makes it that much more rewarding to watch it unfold the way we anticipated.
Couple of really good teams. Couple of teams who view themselves, are viewed by most in their neighborhoods as state championship contenders. Christian with a chance to return one. And Struble gets it past the 25.
Can I say it's been, I don't want to use the word quiet for a third quarter for Jamal Rule, but sort of waiting on him to make a little bit more noise here. I mean, of course, you've got the entire fourth quarter to go, but let's not fall asleep here. If you're Independence, you've got to stay disciplined, because you know that with one play he can break loose and turn this game around again.
Quiet for him is different than quiet for other guys,
Very
too,
true.
though. He made a couple of
It's
plays
relative.
on that last scoring drive.
Yeah, it's relative.
Motion man is Struble. They'll go to Jamal Rule. Spins off of a man into plus territory and down near the 40.
I want to give this offensive line some love, too. These guys are undersized, but they push, they fight, and then Rule just breaks tackles, just rolling off defenders. What a runner. He is simply outstanding.
Well, there especially, he wasn't touched until he was 10 yards up the field. Now it's at the 43. Newcomb goes to the outside, and his pass is dropped, incomplete. He was looking for Jack Rice, the sophomore.
I'm thinking about something Chris James said to us, Darren. He said, Charlotte Christian's always going to be undersized. But DJ McFadden talked about the fact that Christian is very disciplined offensively as an offensive line. And that's what we've seen. What they lack in size, they make up for in discipline and in effort and in toughness. And that's what's helped allow Rule to be so productive here tonight.
It's shaped the program's identity. And what's fun about this matchup is Indy views themselves similarly. With this formation, a lot of blocking for Jamal Rule. He stiff arms in the backfield, cuts, and gets down at the 32-yard line. That's enough for the first down, 9 yards on the carry.
Just had poor Elijah Jackson chasing him. A little quick stiff arm and gets away from him. Elijah thinks he's got him. No, he doesn't have him.
11, rather, for Jamal Rule there. As the clock hits 0 to end the third quarter. We got a good one. 7-point lead for Independence against Charlotte Christian on the Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. Fourth quarter coming your way. Here we go. Time for the fourth quarter on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. Independence defending a surging Charlotte Christian offense. Patriots up by 7. Elliott Newcomb, the quarterback for the Knights, sends it to the far sideline, caught by Tate Estep, and he's knocked out of bounds.
Estep, one of the receivers Christian had underlined, or Independence rather had underlined in this game, and with the injury to Rosen, Estep's presence and his productivity becomes that much more important.
Struble in motion. Rule right up the gut, dragging men with him, gets the first down and then some.
These are the kinds of runs that make Derrick Henry proud. My goodness. I think that's Brandon there. He just takes him on. He welcomes all contact.
It's at the 17. Christian in the red zone again. Rule. Hard turn down the field and manages a few yards out of it.
You can just force him to have to go east-west a bit and maybe even hesitate just a bit before trying to cut up field. It gives you a better chance of bringing him down rather than allowing him to get a full head of steam and run north-south on you.
2nd and 7. Newcomb. Time to throw. Rolls to his left. Nowhere to go and is dropped out of bounds. John Snipes hit the angle and cut him off at the line of scrimmage.
Probably the best decision Newcomb could make. Covered on the right, covered up the middle, covered to the left. Tried to get what he could. Took a nice licking, too, on the outside there.
A big third down for the Knights. They were 2 for 6 in the first half. This is their third in the second. They're 1 for 2 so far. Some crafty motion at the line of scrimmage. Struble again in motion. They fake the give to Rule. Rolling, the pass, caught. And it's enough for the first down. Henry Holbert was the receiver.
When you get a running back who draws attention, it allows Holbert to leak out. It's just a great, simple play call. Get Holbert on the move. He's going to Army for a reason. Makes himself available and then picks that one up.
Goal to go from the 8-yard line. And some movement from both sides. Whistles. And then some physicality, we'll call it. After that, false start goes against the offense, though.
Yeah, Jack Rice, the wide receiver, he took off well before the snap even was made.
So now goal to go outside of the 10-yard line. It's at the 12 for Charlotte Christian. First down. Newcomb over the middle. Congestion, and it drops incomplete. That's a dangerous play, especially with Rule. I thought they were going to go to the flat to the left side
here. So did I. Not the decision for Newcomb to make there. If anything, just throw that ball to Jamal Rule. Are you kidding me? Jamal Rule is wide open there in the left flat. Newcomb forces this one into traffic, into coverage in the end zone, and it almost cost him.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 12. Newcomb throws, E-step, spins at the 5, and whistles with the stoppage of forward motion. So it'll be 3rd and goal, though now they're at least not behind schedule and outside of the 10-yard line.
And if you're Christian, I mean, you got to think there's a real chance, depending how this 3rd down goes, there's a real chance they go for it on 4th down too, trying to tie this game up. Got to fix the play call that we see here on 3rd down.
Newcomb gets rid of it quickly, end zone, caught, touchdown. Jack Rice on the receiving end.
You get some soft coverage on the outside. Rice just finds a spot, gives the quarterback a nice target. Gavin Gibson, the defensive back, is late to get there, and Christian has a chance to tie the game.
Extra point from Boyth is through, and we are all knotted up at 28 points apiece. Little over 8 minutes to go. Tie game on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week.
Advantage.
Here we go. Tie game. 8 minutes, 14 seconds remaining. Charlotte Christian kicks it short following their touchdown score to even it up, and the return brings it up to the 40-yard line for the Patriots.
Are they all like this, Darren?
I wish. I wish. There's an injury on the field, so both teams retreating to their respective sidelines.
Thinking about something DJ McFadden said. We'll figure out who this player is in a second here, but I appreciate the fact that both these teams.
It's Khalif Brandon back up to his feet. Seems to be all right.
I appreciate the fact that both these teams are playing this way, because a game like this, I think, can do something for you down the stretch. Because you have to sort of think about what happens when conference play rolls around. And even when DJ McFadden was talking with us, he talked about the Gaffney game. He talked about scheduling a game like this to really build the muscle, the character that your team needs to be prepared for conference play.
Certainly been a battle. One that was welcomed by both of these teams following losses last week. On 1st and 10, Street to the outside. What a move. The juke in, then out. King Rhodes, an impressive first reception.
We've seen some missed tackles. We've seen some impressive. Ah, wow. An ankle breaker on the outside. Yeah. You reach all you want to. Nobody's home. Oh, there's going to be some rebuking happening with these defensive coaches when they look at some of these missed tackles.
1st and 10. Travis Hill shuffles his feet and leisurely makes his way up the middle for a 7 or 8 yard gain.
Saw a really good block there on the outside by Prince Young. We've seen that on more than one occasion here tonight. These receivers know how to block on the outside and help their backs pick up nice gains.
2nd and 3. They go to Hill again. He gets to the outside, runs out of bounds, but plenty of yardage for the first.
And I'm wondering at what point we've seen it. We didn't see it in the first quarter, but especially in the second quarter onward, Charlotte Christian started to crank up the blitzing. And at some point, I think they're going to have to start crashing the box again and trying to force some hurried plays from Independence's offense.
From the 30, they again go to Hill, and he is flipped over with a vicious tackle by Ryder Kilgannon.
Vicious is right, and it should come as no surprise. They bring the linebacker Simmons from the other side, and Hill runs away from him and gets chopped down by Kilgannon.
Gain of maybe a yard. Second and a long 9. Street to throw over the middle, a skying catch, pulled in, touchdown, Prince Young, and Independence leads again.
He is a prince among men. Watch him here. Look at this play. This is an amazing catch, so high above his helmet to bring that one in. Has this crowd on fire. So many great plays have been made. Some spectacular individual performances in this game. And Independence is back out in front.
King Rhodes and Prince Young, both with key receptions on that scoring drive. We'll call it a royal flush for the Patriots.
I think we need another look. It's a 4-man rush. Protection is good. This is just a one-on-one effort. Whew, my goodness. It's not the biggest guy in the world, but athleticism more than makes up for it.
Pats by 6, trying to make it 7, but flags come out before the extra point attempt.
Could be a case, Darren, of whoever has the ball last ends up winning this thing.
That might be whoever gets it next. 6:44. We've seen drives of about that time duration.
Mm-hmm.
The extra point is good. Independence up 7 with just under 7 minutes to go.
Thinking about Jared Street, and he had a tough job. Justin Little was a veteran quarterback for this Independence team. The kind of quarterback who gained respect, earned respect from his teammates last year in particular. And Street has come in here, and he's trying to put his stamp on this offense. And if he makes throws like that and has spectacular plays like that made, he will more than put his stamp on this offense. He will start to really help characterize it and put his uniquenesses on it to lead Independence to where they want to go.
3 touchdown passes for Street in this game. Junior quarterback has the Patriots on top again. It's been back and forth. The Patriots opened the game in the first quarter with 2 touchdowns consecutively. They led it 13-0. Then it was the 2 Jamal Rule touchdown runs. That brought it even, or at that point, Christian was up by 1. The Knights have not led by more than 1 in this game because it's been trading touchdowns since then.
Nothing has to change from Christian's perspective offensively. Jamal Rule's been your guy all game long. There is no reason to switch that up until Independence proves they can really stop him. Now, I would expect for Independence to start bringing a little bit more pressure here, fill up the box. But what we've seen even tonight is that even when you do that, if Rule can break a couple of tackles, when you bring a blitz, there's nobody on the back end to make plays. So Independence does have to be careful, but you've got to try somehow to contain Jamal Rule down the stretch here.
Newcomb, Rule to his side. It's a handoff. And he is stifled after a gain of 1, maybe 2.
And you saw Dallas Brandon, number 4, there trying to find the gap and trying to find the spot where Rule was trying to run and contain him. And he just missed him as Rule bounced off that left side. You have a running back that elusive. You think you've got your assignment. You're trying to be gap sound. You're trying to have integrity, and he breaks all the rules.
Rule again. And again he's wrapped up and brought down immediately. There's your man, Nori White.
Not just dominant on the offensive line, but he'll make a play or two on the defensive line as well. You're going to feel that tackle.
A massive 3rd down. Newcomb throws on the run. Holbert can't squeeze it. It's incomplete, 4th down.
It is a play they have run more than once tonight. They continue with the motion, and Holbert is right there, and he has got some space. If he can make one man miss after that catch, it could have been interesting, but Holbert could not bring it in.
Charlotte Christian making the decision to punt here. Again, we talk about the long scoring drives in this game. That's one thing. They've got 3 timeouts. 5.5 minutes is a long time. So some trust in the defense. And a trusting long punt gets inside the 20-yard line. That's helpful if you're the Knights.
Looking at DJ McFadden. Signal to Ricky Myers. They let it bounce, and that cost them some field position.
Okay, so maybe the thinking there is we want as much field as possible because that allows us to better run out the clock.
Yeah, that's another possibility.
The caveat, of course, is you got to get first down.
Yes, you do. But I tell you what, with the way this offense has been humming throughout the night, the rhythm we talked about in the first half, it's continued here in the second.
Yeah.
Street's been hitting Young. Of course, Hill has been a playmaker. He's been hitting Myers. He's been hitting Wooten. He's got targets, man. This offense has a plethora of options.
It's a handoff to Travis Hill on first down. Saunters up the middle for a nice gain, maybe 7 on the carry. Yeah, 7-yard run.
That's a good way to get this drive started, huh? Start seeing if you can wear Charlotte Christian down, and eventually start making them use those timeouts as well. And once you do that, you start picking up a few first downs, and you got this game in the bag.
2nd and 3. Hill again. Bounces off of a hard hit and gains 4 for the first down.
Was that Henry Holbert that came in there and blasted him? Kilgannon came in and Holbert, my goodness. Up high, that was kind of dangerous, kind of scary.
Moves the chains for Independence. Already a minute off the clock and ticking on this drive. And the screen pass dropped by Myers.
And not only does it not allow you to move the ball up the field, but it stops the clock, and Christian doesn't have to use a timeout. That first down was critical. Independence starts to get a rhythm. You start getting Charlotte Christian on your heels. When you get an incomplete pass like that, it allows things to settle down for the defense. And that's not what you want if you're Independence. You want to stay in a rhythm.
Lyles a bounce to the outside. Oh, and the ball pops free. Charlotte Christian receives it and takes over at the 30-yard line. Right place, right time for Luke Zemke, number 41, who had it fall in his lap.
This is astounding. He gets by Kilgannon, who misses the key tackle that allows him to get to the outside. And then this just one hit, bam, squarely on the ball. Great job there by Holbert. Henry Holbert applies the hit. The ball pops free. Christian gets it back. My word.
Third turnover forced by the Knights. They've got just under 4 minutes. Newcomb hands it to Jamal Rule. He gets to the outside and is wrangled after a small gain.
And that play call is fine because, once again, Christian has all 3 of its timeouts. The clock can run, and hey, Christian could be thinking, we want this to be the final possession of regulation here. So opening things up with Jamal Rule to start is a really nice way to go.
Rule actually got 3 there. 2nd and 7. Newcomb airs it. E-step can't reel it in. Incomplete.
One of the things I have been impressed with tonight is Newcomb being able to read zone coverage well. Throws to spots really well. And that time, he had a step. E-step was open. Just a bit of a misconnect that time.
In some cases, it seems to me like Newcomb's been ahead of his teammates in that regard. Yeah. And it is worth noting, this is his first start of the season.
Timing is key. You develop that timing with reps.
3rd and 7. Newcomb over the middle. It's caught at the 45. Stubel receives it for the first down.
That's good timing right there, isn't it? Strubel's been running around in motion all night. He just settles. And that pass has to be on the money at that time because the defenders are coming, and Strubel just sits down and makes that catch.
Just the second 3rd down conversion of the second half for Charlotte Christian. Now it's Rule. Into a crowded box and gets 7 yards out of it.
The kind of effort we've seen from this offensive line of Christian is to be applauded. As small as they are, and they're even a bit winded, you see some hands on hips, but they have been standing their ground throughout the night against this quick Independence defense and giving Jamal Rule places to run.
On 2nd down, Newcomb slings it, dropped, incomplete. Second effort by Gavin Gibson from behind the receiver, pops it away.
Yeah, the big play by Gibson here. Strubel just made the nice catch a moment ago, and it looked like that one deflection right there is enough to turn that ball away and knock it down.
3rd down and a long 3 for Charlotte Christian. Newcomb, nowhere to go. Sacked for a loss, and it's 4th down. Elijah Jackson finishing touch on that play.
What a huge play, and they only rush 4. And I talked a second ago about Christian's offensive line looking a bit winded. They just got manhandled on the second right there by Elijah Jackson in that defensive front. From Independence, they only brought 4, and they overwhelmed a tired Charlotte Christian offensive line.
So it'll be 4th and 8 with a minute 53 remaining. This is the game for Charlotte Christian. They will undoubtedly go for it.
What a fun game, though, Darren.
This has been something. This is an early contender for Game of the Year.
Yeah, man. We've seen big plays, home run plays, turnovers at crucial times. Two teams that are used to winning at a high level with some great athletes across the board. It's really been an enjoyable game here tonight.
Couple of teams hungry as well not to lose consecutive games, which is rare for both of them.
Absolutely. Both these teams came into this game hungry. DJ McFadden told us we had a good week of practice after that loss. Chris James was complimenting his guys and their preparation leading into this game, and that's how we've gotten to what we've gotten now. Now the big fourth down.
5 wide, Newcomb all by his lonesome in the backfield. 4th and 8. He goes to the far side. E-step double covered. Flag comes out as the pass drops incomplete. Snipes was the primary coverage man.
Waiting on the clarification here from the refs. Oh my goodness. The conversations to be had after this call.
It is being walked forward in favor of Charlotte Christian. Here's another look at it, top of your screen.
And I think he had Rice open. He goes long instead. There's not a lot of contact there on that look.
It's a first down for Charlotte Christian. And Jamal Rule takes it over the middle, spins, breaking multiple tackles for another first down. Now it's inside the 20-yard line or right at it. And there's a player down for the Patriots.
McFadden is livid with his defense right now. Getting gashed by Rule in that offensive line. Fourth down call, though, Darren. We're going to talk about that one. I did not think there was enough contact there to warrant a flag there. Let's take another look. Here's the fourth down play. Look at the top of your screen. He goes long. It's a little bit of hand contact. Then the receiver falls, but he doesn't really fall because of the contact. I'm not in love with the call, I'll be honest with you.
It has given Charlotte Christian another chance at this. 1st and 10 from the 20. Newcomb. Miscommunication on a potential handoff, and he fights his way back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe not. Maybe a loss of 1 on the play with the spot.
The clock continues to run, and I'll point out that they do love to run to take Rule out of the backfield and use him as a wide receiver. We got another injured Patriot down.
This time it's Dallas Brannon. Such a crucial piece of this Patriots defense.
He's the quarterback of the defense. And he's such a leader. DJ McFadden's so complimentary of the kind of young man he is and is becoming. A bit on the quieter side, but has spoken up of late, become more communicative for this defense. And it's nice to see him up and walking off the field.
The Virginia commit was our senior spotlight a week ago. A great story for Independence. So now to be 2nd and 11 with no Brannon on the field. A toss to Jamal Rule. Good coverage defensively by Independence. It is a 4-yard, 5-yard gain. And Christian takes their second timeout.
That's a good job by Independence. They all flow really, really well to the football. Good pursuit by that defense to force that stop in a minimal gain. What does Christian do here on another third down? I can't help but think about Vince Rosen, him being another option on the outside for Newcomb to possibly throw to.
Yeah, he has not returned to the game since being injured earlier in this half.
These are when you start preaching the fundamentals. Play your assignment. Don't bite. If you're covering on the outside, watch your hands. Don't give them a free set of downs with a hold or pass interference. Let's see how they use Rule here. Is he in the backfield or is he lined up as a receiver?
Independence calls a timeout. Well, they saw Rule line up in the backfield with Newcomb. Not that he couldn't have been motioned out. We've seen him in and out in various situations tonight.
And give both these head coaches credit, too, Chris James and DJ McFadden. They're great play callers, too. And they have put their quarterbacks, these running backs, in positions to be productive tonight. We've seen some really good play calling, and we've seen both these. It's been a boxing match all night. It's been jab for jab, blow for blow. It's the kind of game, and I would love to see these two teams in a month from now. And I would love to be able to talk to these coaches and say, what did a game like tonight do?
No doubt.
3 weeks from now, 4 weeks from now, 6 weeks from now. That'll be so interesting to see going forward. Both these teams getting the kind of test that they'll use going forward in this game tonight.
Sawyer Gorman is the running back for Charlotte Christian here. Newcomb throws on the run to the corner, incomplete, intended for E-step, and it's fourth down. So no Jamal Rule out of the timeout, in on that play.
I'm looking for him on the sideline. Looks like they're working on him there. That's the only reason, only explanation for him not being in the game. They're looking at him on the sideline, and you can feel his absence. Another fourth down here, and this is the game. And still no Rule.
Five wide for Elliott Newcomb. Rolls out. Takes off himself for the goal line, and he stopped short, but he did get the first. It will be first and goal.
What a heads-up play. Nobody's open. So Newcomb takes off and takes a huge hit at the end from Reddish.
Now Christian is going to hurry up and get to the goal line. Newcomb drops the snap and is dropped immediately afterward by Snipes. And Christian burns their final timeout with 15 seconds to go.
How lucky are the Knights right there that they're able to fall back on that football after the bad snap. Wow. And now there's no more timeouts for Christian.
None. This is goal to go. 18 seconds left. They just adjusted the clock by a few seconds.
And you can't take the risk of running the football because you don't have a timeout to cushion you. The question now is Jamal Rule injured to the degree that he cannot return to this game? He is sitting down over on the Charlotte Christian bench. They're working on him. Something is bothering him, and he is not going to be in here for this play.
Second down. From the 5, play fake. Newcomb tosses it over the middle. It's batted down, incomplete. 3rd down upcoming.
That time he was looking for Tate Estep. You figure there'll be either Estep, maybe Struble. They go to Estep that time and just too much traffic in the end zone.
Eli Sellers, the one to deflect it down to the grass. 3rd down. Newcomb goes to the corner, and again it's broken up. He was looking for Rice, and Gavin Gibson makes a play for Indy. But with the incomplete pass, another opportunity, a final opportunity for Christian coming up on 4th.
And a great play here by Gibson. He plays this ball so well, gets his whole left hand in there and breaks that one up and forces the 4th down.
This is the game. 4th and goal from the 5, 8 seconds to go. Newcomb sends it to the end zone. Estep catches, touchdown.
They had the running back Sawyer Gorman open. And with so much congestion and so much traffic, you just got to have concentration to look that ball in. A great leaping catch there in the end zone for that touchdown. And now is Christian going for 2 here?
They're going to try to win it.
With no time left. Gutsy call by Chris James.
Hey, we've seen this before.
Yes, we have.
Out of him and out of this team. I recall a game a couple of years ago against Myers Park at Memorial Stadium where he took this kind of gamble and it paid off. Struble in motion. Newcomb pursued, brought down. Independence wins. Samaj Robinson with the sack at the most important moment. And the Patriots escape with a 1-point victory.
Charlotte Christian had about 9 lives on that last drive, Darren. But this time they just run out. They just get great off the line of scrimmage. And Charlotte Christian, which has done at times a good job of nailing down Independence defenders. Nobody accounts for Robinson, and he's got a clear path to the quarterback to win the game for Independence.
Hold on, Armand. I need a minute.
I understand.
What a game on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week on WCCB TV, which was brought to you by Queen City Home Store, your whole home destination. By North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services 988 Suicide and Crisis Hotline. For help, just text or dial 988. By Bodyworks Plus Collision Repair Center, keeping families safe since 1998. And by Fred Caldwell Chevrolet, home of the Silverado guys. Visit FredCaldwellChevy.com. Wow. What a game. What a victory for Independence. What a showing for Charlotte Christian despite the losing effort. I'm blown away.
Yeah, this is great. Everything you want in a football game, we got here tonight. But we came into this game talking about how hungry both these teams were. Coming off losses, Independence just embarrassed by Huff last week. Christian taken down by Catholic. And both these teams came in here and they established rhythms offensively. Jamal Rule was outstanding, as nobody is surprised by. But with the way Independence's defense stood up when they needed to make the biggest play, that's what you've got to give this bunch of young guys credit for. When they needed to make a big defensive play, they made it.
That was a lot of fun, partner. For Armand Brody, Director and producer Brady Pugh, the rest of our great crew here from Independence High School. A thrilling game. Independence 35, Charlotte Christian 34. I'm Darren Vaught. Thank you so much for joining us on the Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. We'll see you next week.